Hi YouTubers, this is going to be a short little video on how I packed out my Pelican 1500 case EMS kit. I'll not go into detail as far as what I actually was packed. I'll put a link to that in the description, and also some link to some pages of sources I picked for inspiration, mainly some TCCC sites and some wilderness medicine sites. I went with a hard case because I'm retired from regular use of medical supplies, and I wanted something that was durable and stored well. And a hard shell case does that, protects the contents real well. If I was doing something, I was working out of the case, doing medical call, sick call or trauma care on a regular basis, I would go with some soft cases and stuff instead of a hard shell. So let's open her up and see what we got. First thing is, after I had this for quite a few years now, never was satisfied with the built-in factory partitions, and I replaced these, inspiring this video, with some pouches, zippered pouches. And there's plenty of commercial for medical kits and TCCC kits and stuff, but they're pretty expensive and bulky. So for this, I went with Eagle Creek packet travel cases or travel bag liners. They're very lightweight, thin material. They don't take up a lot of space in your bag. One of the links that I saw recommended taking out the, like when you use an M9 bag, taking out the installed liners and using different things. And I think these are good. So far, they've been a reasonably good replacement. Don't take up much space. What I've got one bag here for bandaging and splinting. Different tapes, Carelux rolls, gauze rollers. One thing that I did is I took them all and I vacuum sealed them all up. Takes a lot less space. Also waterproofs them. I took my old field surgical set, pared it down to a small suture set. Really, I don't even know why I'm carrying this, because I'd only get in trouble if I used it. But old times die hard. I have a diagnostic set with the PPE, gloves, N95 standard surgical mask, respirator, blood pressure cuff, stethoscope. If I had to, I'd get rid of the blood pressure cuff and stethoscope. You don't really need them for the level of care that I'm doing, and they don't hold up very well over a long time. The rubber deteriorates in the bladder. Also, I've debated where to get a pulse oximeter device and stuff, and kind of holding up against it. Got smaller pouches here. Creams, miscellaneous stuff, tweezers. A lot of recommendations you see for wilderness kits, especially to repackage your creams and stuff into these small vases. Got this at REI Co-op. Really, I started to do that for this kit, but I thought there's nothing going to be crushed or squeezed inside of this big plastic box. So I just zip locked them, put them in there. Once I've standardized the kit, I'll probably go ahead and Sharpie the bags on what they're being used for. Tourniquet. One thing that I liked, an idea from one of the 18 Delta resources I was looking at, is package a major bleed kit, quick clot, cravat, ace wrap, extra gauze to locate the bleeder, vacuum seal it, take the nail into Velcro, super glue it, reinforce it. Also put pre-cut tear strips, and what a lot of guys have done is they'll take different colored tape, duct tape, and put on there and then cut the V out. And this Velcros it, grabs the Velcro in the bottom of the case and keeps it from flying out if the case gets tipped or upset, which is always a consideration when you're packing your bag. Don't cram the thing full so it just explodes when you open it up. You want to have a little bit of room so you can work out of the bag or the box, put stuff back in without having to take an hour to repack everything and put it in its place. Also, you want to have a consideration of what you're going to do if you're on the side of a highway in the rain, in a rainstorm, in a car wreck and stuff. You want to be able to open your box up, close the lid back down, keep some of the rain out of the area. And what if your big fat-footed friend or big fat-footed me kicks the box and stuff and upends it? You want your stuff packaged in there so it's not coming out and has some chance of surviving when you do it. Write in the rain notebook, a Sharpie, a Fisher Space Pen. This has got mainly OTCs. Do a little bit of reading about how good of a pain reliever plain old Tylenol plus an NSAID works. It works just as good as a lot of your opiates for pain relief on the first line. Works pretty well. So do a little bit of reading on that. If I remember, I'll put a link to some readings on that. This is all my OTCs. I don't carry, only prescription drugs I carry is ones that are prescribed for me. Chest seal, thermometer, checklist. Really, you can get a laminator for 25 bucks from Amazon Prime. It's a deal. Get one. These are all the odds and sods left over from my former days as an action guy and stuff that I've kept. Managed to acquire some TCCC cards. Really don't need them, but they're kind of handy. Makes you remember what you should be doing for your handover. All the different dressings and stuff. Bandages and dressings. Small little headlamp. Haven't quite figured out where to put this thing at, but it's going right there for now. Pretty much does the kit. I think you get a lot more space and a lot more usable by putting it into component kits and stuff versus the partitions that it came with. I tried to break it down into the areas of CCC. I'm an old 300F1 guy, so I don't remember any this much of the CCC stuff, but you know, major bleeding, airway, thermal control, space blanket, shrink wrapped, of course, vacuum wrapped. Circulation. Yeah, I don't remember the last one. We got it covered. Seals up nice and tight. Really waterproof. One thing I did on the end, hope you can see this, expiration date of the soonest drug, inspection date that I inspected. And I went with red crosses on the outside because pretty familiar, most people are familiar. Grab the first aid kit with a red cross on it, you start talking Star Life and stuff, you might get a little bit of confusion. But that's my short little video. Hope you enjoyed it. Forgive me for the production values and stuff, but I don't produce very many of these, but I want to share what I've learned from other YouTubers and other resources on the web, and hope you get some use out of this one too. Hope you never have to use it. Bye-bye.